So hello everybody. Now we start with our next lecture on fuzzy logic, which talks about fuzzy rules and the fuzzy relations. So in the last lecture we had brief introduction of what is a fuzzy rule based system and what is the typical structure of a fuzzy rule. So we saw that there can be two types of fuzzy rules, fuzzy mapping rules and the other were fuzzy implication rules. So in today's lecture, we are going to talk about fuzzy mapping rules. So when we talk about fuzzy mapping rules, they are used as the mapping function for mapping between input and the output space. So you can say that fuzzy mapping rule is nothing but a functional mapping between the set of known parameters, set of known observable parameters and mapping it to a set of another unknown parameters which constitute by output. So we try to actually find the relationship between the input and the unknown outputs based on the input values and the rule base which is there. So it has the ability to handle the linguistic information, which gives it an ability to handle the uncertainty in the data, just like the human brain. Okay, so it helps to establish the relationship among the fuzzy sets, that is to characterize the properties and then use it to connect the elements between the different sets. Okay, typically a fuzzy mapping rule is having a structure of if x is a, then y is b, which we have already seen in the last lecture. So fuzzy mapping rule can be in the canonical form, that is a typical if-then structure, or it can be in the composite form, like if x is a and y is b, then z is c. So when two or more input variables or conditions they are combined in the antecedent part, then is said to be a composite fuzzy rule. Okay. So when we are talking about fuzzy mapping rule, it is typically characterized by a fuzzy relation R. Now, relation actually when we talk in the terms of a crisp set relationship, it represents the presence or absence of association between elements of two or more sets. So an R array relationship, it is defined by the Cartesian product between the R crisp sets. Okay. Whereas if the value of R is 2, it is said to be a binary relationship and is normally given by X cross Y, where X and Y are the crisp sets. Okay, and this implies that every element in X is related to an element in Y by the relationship R. Okay, so we extend this concept of relationship between the sets to fuzzy sets from the crisp domain. So fuzzy set is generalizing this concept of relationship as a matter of degree or strength of association between the elements of two different sets. So normally for a crisp set, when we define a relationship, so for any two elements which are there in the which are related from the two different sets in a binary relationship, the value is 1 means they are related to each other, and the value is 0, it means there is no association. But for a fuzzy set, this 1 and 0 is replaced by a strength or a degree of association which is somehow from the degree of membership of the elements which are in question for being related or not related by a relationship R. So I can say that fuzzy mapping rules, they are characterized by a fuzzy relation R, where R is a fuzzy set defined on the space of Cartesian product between the two fuzzy sets. So it is the same idea. We are extending from the crisp set relation to the fuzzy set relations. Example, consider the two sets A and B such that A belongs to the universe of discourse X and B belongs to the universe of discourse Y. So we can define a relationship R which is given by the Cartesian product of A cross B, which is subset of the space defined by X cross Y, or the Cartesian product of the defines a relationship defined by the Cartesian product of A cross B, which is a subset of X cross Y, where X and Y, they are the universe of discourses of A and B respectively. So unlike a crisp relationship which has the value of either 1 or 0 for the every two elements to be associated, for a fuzzy set relationship, there is a degree of membership which is given by minimum of membership degrees of either element X belonging to the set A and element Y belonging to the set B. So whichever is minimum, that is going to be replacing your degree of uh, membership of the relationship between two elements X and Y from the fuzzy sets A and B respectively. So normally this relationship, it is based on the Cartesian product, but there are other implication operations also, that is Larson and Zadeh. Okay, so for our discussions we are going to take any fuzzy relationship to be defined by this Cartesian product, which takes the minimum of the membership values of the two elements in question belonging to two different sets. But otherwise there are Larson and Zadeh uh, operations also, which can be used to define a fuzzy relationship R. So this is also said to be Mamdani operation, named after the person who identified this relationship between the two fuzzy sets. So next we move to the properties of the fuzzy sets. So just take an example before that. So if I have a fuzzy set which is temperature given by three elements A, B, C having a degree of membership of 0.2, 0.8 and 4 respectively, and there is another subset fuzzy set of the output with the elements X and Y. So I have taken only two variables just to make this short because it is a multiplication. So my relationship can be derived by Cartesian product between these two sets such that I will have a fuzzy relationship of the order 3 cross 2. Okay, so the first value it is derived by the Mamdani operation, or the minimum value of the membership values as we saw in the last slide. So let's see how do we get this value. The first thing is to find the relationship or the degree of association between the elements A from the set temperature and the element X from the set speed. We consider the membership values of the two elements. So, and we identify which is minimum. So the element A has a degree of membership 0.2, whereas element X has a degree of membership 0.5. So the minimum of the two is 0.2. So the first degree of association is given by 0.2 between the elements X and A from the fuzzy sets temperature and speed. Next we come to is the degree of association between the element A from set fuzzy set A and between Y that belongs to the fuzzy set speed. Okay, so again we compare the membership values. So A has a membership value of 0.2 and Y has a membership value of 0.6. So minimum of the two is 0.2. So I get the value 0.2. Next we come to is association degree between B and X. So B has membership value 0.8, X is 0.5. So minimum is 0.5, I get 0.5 here. Next between B and Y, again the minimum of the two is 0.C, so I get 0.6 here. Next between C and X, so C has 0.4, X has 0.5. So 0.4 is the minimum of the two, so 0.4. And between C and Y, again 0.4 is minimum, so I get 0.4 here. So this is a binary relationship which is defined by the Cartesian product and deriving its value by identifying the minimum of the membership value of an element belonging to the either set A or set B. Okay. Further coming to the properties of any fuzzy relationship R. A fuzzy relationship R can have three properties. It can be reflexive, symmetric, or transitive. A fuzzy relationship R is said to be reflexive if and only if there exists an element A such that for all the values of A or all elements A belonging to the set A, the relationship onto itself gives me the degree of association to be 1. That means here in case with reference to the above example, if I try to identify the relationship between temperature and temperature itself, so that is between the same set elements, and for so I will have what A, B and C. So this will also be A, B and C. So it would be a 3 cross 3 set. So it says that for all the elements, that is A, B and C associated to each other, and A related to A. So for A to A, if I get a membership value of 1 for all the values of A. So if I get 1 here, I get 1 here, I get 1 here. It means it is going to be a reflexive set. Okay. When we come to a symmetric, any relationship R between the two fuzzy sets A and B is said to be symmetric if the membership values derived for all the elements A and B belonging to the sets A and B respectively, the mu of R between A and B is same as mu of R between B into B, comma A. That is, membership values or the relationship A cross B is same as the membership values on the relationship given by B cross A. So this gives me another important conclusion also, that any fuzzy relationship A cross B is not same as B cross A. So first thing is that. This is in general which holds true for all the fuzzy sets. But if we have A cross B and B cross A as two separate relationships given by R1 and R2, such that for all the elements of A and B belonging to the sets A and B respectively, their membership values they come out to be same. Okay, then it is said to be a symmetric relationship. For example, if in this case I would have taken x and y on as the rows and ABC as the columns, and then the value between a and x also would have been 0.2. So if it is true for all the elements belonging to these two sets, then it is said to be symmetric. Then we come to its transitive property. Any fuzzy relationship R is said to be transitive if and only if there exists an element A such that there exists a relationship R1 on the fuzzy sets A cross B and relationship R2 between the fuzzy sets B cross C. It implies that a third relationship between A cross C will have the value lambda such that the lambda is greater than minimum of membership values between the two constituting elements A and B and AB and BC from the two relationships R1 and R2. That is, we already have two relationships between two fuzzy sets A and B, and the R2 is there between B and C. So if I want to form a relationship between A and C, so B is out. So if the value of the membership which we get in R3 for every element which is belonging to this new relationship, it is more than the values of the individual membership values of A, B and B, C from the two relationships R1 and R2, then it is said to be transitive. Okay. So I hope we are clear on all these properties. Next, and membership value of relationship R2 between B and C. So basically this means that if we are having a relationship between two fuzzy sets A and B and the other relationship between B and C, that is R2, then we can derive a third relationship that is between A and C, and it is said to be transitive if the membership value of association between each elements of A and C is greater than or equal to the minimum of the membership values of the constituting elements from R1 between A and B and from R2 between B and C. Okay. So if this condition is satisfied, thereby relation is said to be transitive. Now next we go to the operations on fuzzy relations. When we talk about operations, we already are familiar with the basic operations in the terms of crisp relations. But let's talk about the operations on fuzzy relations. So first is union. So when we talk about union between any two relations which are on the same universe of discourse. Okay, so means R is also a relationship between two fuzzy sets between A and B which are in the same universe of discourse, and S is also a relationship which belongs to the same universe of fuzzy sets in the same universe of discourse. Then we can define the union by getting the maximum of the membership values for each element associated between the two fuzzy sets, first by relationship R and by relationship S. So the maximum of that, it gives me the union, and this is equivalent to the logical OR operation. This is also said to be disjunctive. Next we come to is intersection. Intersection, it is the similar lines defined by the minimum of the membership values between the two relationships on the fuzzy sets in the same universe of discourse. So A fuzzy set may be belonging, capital A I should say, that should be belonging to the universe of discourse X, and capital B should be belonging to the universe of discourse Y, and A and B, they respectively belong to the fuzzy sets A and B. Okay. So if both the relationships, they are defined on the same universe, that is between universes X and Y, so then only we can define their intersection, which is given by the minimum of the membership for all the elements belonging to the two fuzzy sets A and B. Then we come to complement. So complement, it measures what is the degree of two elements not being associated by a particular relationship, and it is given by 1 minus the membership value of relationship R between the two fuzzy sets A and B. And finally we come to a very interesting operation, that is composition. So what does composition suggest? So when I talk about composition, it means it is composite relationship. So for that I like to take an example. So if I have, let's say, a product space X, a product space Y, so each of them is defining the relationship, and a product space Z. So I already define a relationship between X and Y, these product space, and there is a relationship defined by between Y and Z. So by composition, I am going to derive my relationship between X and Z. So X cross Z. So that is being derived by two relationships which compose it. Okay, and those two composite relationships are what? X cross Y and Y cross Z. So that is what we understand by composition on a fuzzy relation, and this is given by max min operation. So what we do is, so I need to find the relationship between A and C. So for that, what do I do is, I first get the association between A and B, and then I get the association between B and C. Then I get the minimum of the two. Okay, and whatever is the minimum, which is defined by all the element values, that particular, the maximum out of that, it measures the association strength between A and C. So this actually gives what? So by composition relationship, which is nothing but it is giving me the membership value or the strength between A and C. So basically composition, it can be carried out between the fuzzy sets belonging to the sets in different universe of discourse. So I can form a relationship between the fuzzy sets which are defined over different universe of discourse by their composite relationships R and S. Okay, now let's try to understand these operations with the help of the example. So for that, consider universe X over which a set A is defined. So A is defined to be composed of three elements: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Four elements: 1, 2, 3 and 4, having some degree of membership given by this fuzzy set A. Then we have another fuzzy set which is B, which is defined over, let's say, a universe Y, and it is composed of the elements X, Y and Z. And then we have another fuzzy set C, which is defined over a universe Z, and it is comprising of elements C1, C2 and C3. So first thing is, I will try to find out R1. So R1 is what? It is defining a relationship between A and B. So when I talk about A and B, to find that relationship, what do I do is, I have already seen this. To define a relationship, I have to go for the minimum membership values. So on this side, I will have I will have by X, Y and Z, whereas this side is going to give me 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so now measure the association between element X from the set B to the element 1 from the set A. So what I do is take the minimum membership value. This we have already done. So still I'll take the example. Just consider these two for this first value. So for association between element X from set B and element 1 from set A, I will compare the membership values and take the minimum of the two. So membership value of element 1 in A is 1, and for B in the set B for X is 0.5. So minimum is 0.5, I retain that. So similarly I can define it for the all the elements of the two sets. Next we come to is the relationship R2, which is between sets B and C. So now relationship R1 is defined between two fuzzy sets where A belongs to the universe of discourse X and B belongs to the universe of discourse Y. And R2 it is defining a relationship between sets B and C where B is defined over the universe of discourse Y and C is defined for the universe of discourse Z. So it means now I want to find a relationship between X and Z, two different universe of discourses. So for that I will make use of composition. Okay. So this you can already compute by yourself. The similar lines the way we computed A cross B, and this we have done earlier also. Next we come to is how to get this composition. So I'll again take the example of this first element. So to get the first element, I have to use the max-min composition here. So first thing is, I will take all the values of association which I am getting. Now in this case, this is denoting the element C1, C2 and C3, whereas here we are getting X, Y and Z. And here we want to derive the relationship between C1, C2 and C3, and here I am going to get 1, 2, 3 and 4. So to get that, first what I am going to do is, so here I need to establish a relationship between the element 1 from fuzzy set A and element C1 from the fuzzy set C through the elements X, Y and Z of set B. So for that, first I consider this element 0.5 and the relationship of X to C1. So out of these I take the minimum. So first I consider the two membership values. First of 1 and X and the second is of C1 and X. Out of this I retain the minimum. Next element, next value what I get is, I consider the relationship between 1 and C1 only, but now through element Y of set B. So I take the membership between the element 1 and Y and then compare it with the membership value of elements Y and C1. So again, and take these two values and obtain the minimum. Next we come to its third. Now again I want to establish the relationship between 1 and C1 but through element Z. So Z values I compare, I take membership values and I take the minimum, take the values and retain the minimum. So the minimum in each case is 0.2. So once I get it, Out of these values, I retain the maximum. So the maximum is 0.2. Hence, we get the value of the first element. Likewise, I calculate or compute the values of rest of the values of this matrix. Okay, so this is how we are using fuzzy relations, and we are using the composition of fuzzy relations. So now we understand what are fuzzy relationships and what are the different types of operations which can be used on the fuzzy relationships. But the next important question is, how do we connect these relationships in the design of a fuzzy system or with a fuzzy rule-based system? So, how relations they connect with the fuzzy rules, this needs to be understood. So, if there is any relationship which is defined between two fuzzy sets, it is represented as the Cartesian product between the two fuzzy sets. This is what we have learned till now. So once we have this relationship, we can easily relate it to the fuzzy rule which says if x is A, then y is B. So this rule is same as defining a relationship between the fuzzy sets A and B defined by the Cartesian product. So with this understanding, we are at a position or we are at a stage wherein we can compute the values of the different rules from a rule base whenever an input is applied in my fuzzy system design. So if the rule is in the form if x is A or y is B, then z is C. That is, we have more than one input variables involved. In that case, I can break this rule into two relationships. The first relationship R1 should be defined as a Cartesian product between the fuzzy sets A and C, while the second relationship R2 should be defined between the fuzzy sets B and C. So, since it is or you can say the maximum operation, we can achieve this using the union of the fuzzy relationship for the sets which are defined over the same universe of discourse, that is C. Similarly, if there is a fuzzy rule saying if x is A and y is B, then z is C. In this case also, I can break it into two relationships. First one defined between A and C, and the second one defining between B and C. So once we have it, I can make use of logical AND or the intersection to define or achieve the input condition and get the output C accordingly. Now where do we use composition? Suppose I have a rule. In the simplest form, if x is A, then y is B. But we have another set An which is defined with the same universe of discourse but with a different membership values for the constituting elements. Then how do we get the value of Bn corresponding to An? So here we make use of the compositional rule of inference and we achieve the value of Bn as composition between the relationship R where R is nothing but the relationship between fuzzy sets A and B. Okay, and An is your new set which has been defined over the same universe of discourse. Consider another situation where we have rule saying if x is A, then y is B. If y is B, then z is C, a kind of chain rule. From this, I can derive the new relation from this. So from this, I can derive a new rule which says if x is A, then z is C. This again makes use of uh, compositional inference of the fuzzy relationships. So we define a relationship R1 between A and B and R2 between B and C. So we are having different universe of discourses. So in different universe of discourses, I cannot make use of union and intersection. I can only make use of compositional inference. So I can define or infer the third relationship between A and C, which comes as A cross C and can be achieved by compositional inference of R1 composition R2, where composition is the max-min composition between the sets R1 and R2. So let's take a small example to see how we use fuzzy relations for fuzzy rules. Consider a set A, fuzzy set A, which has three members or three elements 1, 2 and 3, each indicating the severity of a disease. Consider another set B, which consists of the memberships in the three indicating the age of the children. So if we want to define what is the severity of the disease in the ages of the children with ages 5, 7 and 9, I could define a relationship R between fuzzy sets A and B. Now suppose I am given another set A on the same universe AN on the same universe of discourse for the different membership values than what is given in A. So let that set be AN. So I already know that by rule base says that if X is A, then Y is B. So according to that, I can define my relationship R, which is going to be Cartesian product of A cross B. But on the same universe of discourse, now I have another set, fuzzy set AN, which is having the same elements but different membership values. So for this, I want to find Dn based on this R. So in this case, we'll again make use of compositional inference, that is the max-min composition inference, to compute the value. So first we'll find the value of R, relation R on the fuzzy sets A and B. Once we have it, then we'll find a composition, max-min composition with R, so which will give me the values as this. Let's see how. So AN is given to be this. Okay, the membership values are 0.5, 0.9 and 0.3 for the elements 1, 2 and 3 respectively. So to get the value of Bn, I find the maximum composition between this. So this is the max min composition which is used for the Cartesian product. Okay. So to get that, I perform the multiplication between the matrices, the value 0.5, 0.9 and 0.3 and this value R itself. So for the first element what I am going to get. So now this is of the order 1 cross 3, whereas R is of the order 3 cross 3. So to get the answer, I need to have the resultant of the order 1 cross 3 only. And that for ages of the children as 5, 7 and 9. So for the ages 5, 7 and 9. Okay, so but let's see how do we get it. First, we want to form a relationship or a composition which is between these values and this set an which is there. So here on this side in this relation, I have 1, 2, 3, and here what I have is the age of the kids. Okay, so this is what R is having. Here we already have, I'm sorry, it is 5, 7, 9. So it will be 7 and this is 9. So this is already 5, 7, 9 what I am having. So let's say to find the first value which is there. First I will apply how they are related for each element. Okay. So I get the values comparing and take the minimum of the two. That would be given out to be 0.2 and 0.5. So out of 0.2 and 0.5, what is the minimum? That is 0.2. Next we apply between 0.5 and 0.9. So what is the minimum of the two? 0.5. Then we have 0.6 and 0.3. What is the minimum? 0.3. So these are the minimum values. So here it is 0.3. So out of 0.2, 0.5 and 0.3, what I get in the minimum of ages, minimum values for the children of the ages 5, I want to find the maximum. So out of 0.2, 0.5 and 0.3, which is the maximum? It is 0.5. So I get 0.5 here. Similarly, in this next, I would do a fineness. I again compare 0.5 and 0.2, minimum is 0.2. Next is 0.9 and 0.5, minimum is 0.5. Next is 0.3 and 0.7, minimum is 0.3. Again 0.2, 0.5 and 0.3, they are the minimum values we have achieved. Now out of these three I want to find the maximum. The maximum is 0.5. So I get 0.5 here. Next it is 0.2 and 0.5, minimum is 0.2. From 0.4 and 0.9, minimum is 0.4, and from 0.4 and 0.3, minimum is 0.3. So what I get in the minimum is 0.2, 0.4 and 0.3. Now out of these three, what is the maximum? It is 0.4. So this is how we achieve the value of Bn corresponding to this value of An which has been given. So with this we come to the end of topic on fuzzy relations and how they are related to the fuzzy rule base and how to use them. Thank you so much. In the next lecture, we'll continue our discussion on fuzzy implication rules. Okay, thank you so much.